How can you make the most of this upcoming week of January 13th through the 19th, especially if you've created some important aspirations in this 2025 new year? Hi, I'm Laura with Heart Driven Tarot, just dropping my cards here, where you receive intuitive insight from the tarot to your burning questions. Well, we're now entering the second full week of January, and I know the other day someone in my yoga class, a really nice man, said we're talking about somehow the idea or the topic of resolutions and New Year's goals came up. And he said that he had heard that by January 15th, a lot of people have already given up on their goals. So hopefully that's not the case with us. Trying not to do that myself. And the power card from my power deck that I selected for today's reading is aspiration. And I thought this was relevant to the new year 2025. Aspiration stimulates power. It is your aim spiritually and physically in the world and involves the totality of your being. Without the balance between the physical and the spiritual, aspiration is a hollow accomplishment. And aspiration is what builds the spirit lodge of power. And it also says, I don't want to read all of it, but it says ultimately at the end, it says, give much consideration to all your choices in life and a free flow to your process of aspiration. But I feel that what essentially that means is that you've got to harness the power of your mind, body, and spirit. Can't just be all mental. And I think that's why a lot of people fail in their goals for the new year. And I did write about that, and I'll include a link in the show notes in my latest issue of Shine After 50, in that if you don't harness the power of your heart and your mind, it's difficult to maintain the momentum for the year and in achieving your goals. So this week's reading, we're going to look at aspiration. And also I want to share with you the crystal of the week, and it's Spirit Cactus Quartz. That's interesting. Spirit Cactus Quartz. I almost thought it looked like an amethyst because it's purple. And says there's something otherworldly about Spirit Cactus Quartz. It has a fairy goodness about it that transcends time. And it says, keep Spirit Cactus Quartz where people gather for healing. And it's a clear call, this crystal, to strengthen or form community alliances. And community alliances is the key word. So if you're thinking about aspiration, yes, we have to do a lot ourselves to pursue and to achieve our goals, but also think about how you can get help from other sources. And then the angel card that I selected, Archangel card, is Nurture, Archangel Gabriel. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So think about that. Now, I don't have any family children nearby, but I'm trying to think of what other children, because I haven't seen any other than my daughter's friends recently. But the whole concept of nurturing, and that's, again, the energy of the heart. So I'm going to lower the camera and let's see what Spirit advises us for this week, how to make the most of this week, especially in terms of your aspirations. And I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck because I wanted some more youthful and modern energy. First card, Eight of Cups reversed. Second card, Nine of Wands reversed. And the third card, the Death card. Don't get all frazzled about that, the Death card. So in terms of aspiration, Eight of Cups reversed. What does this mean in this coming week? Well, I see it's suggesting that your feeling of frustration, of something missing, is going to be on its way out, because you're going to be able to come up with some strategies by having turned inward and going on a journey to see, okay, what's missing? Because that's what the Eight of Cups, when it's upright, is suggesting. It's that missing element. You are off on a journey going towards it. And also because the moon is in the sky and the moon is one of the symbols of the intuition, it's suggesting that you're going to gain some clarity about what's missing from your intuition. And I think also in this in this particular rendition too, we've got that water element. So, well, cups are water, but there's water back here. So it's suggesting tapping into the intuition. But given that it's reversed, it suggests to me that this upcoming week, based on your own intuitive guidance, you're going to come up with some solutions and you're going to feel more fulfilled. You're going to feel as if you're on your way to achieving what it is you want. And this reminds me of a reading I did for someone this week, and she was asking for what was missing from her life because she felt satisfied, things were going pretty well, but it was kind of that meh energy. And it turns out her reading revealed that she'd already taken some actions that were spot on for filling that gap and for bringing more fulfillment. So I feel that this Eight of Cups reversed is suggesting that you're on your way to that as well. Now, the next card is the Nine of Wands reversed. Two reversal cards here. And when the Nine of Wands is upright, it suggests a time of weariness, someone who's been through a battle, they're wounded. Look at how she's looking a bit askance to the side, as if she's what's the word? On the defensive. She's like waiting for the shoe to drop because she's been through a lot, been through challenges. Given that this is reversed, it suggests to me that the energies of this week, as far as you personally, are that time is coming to an end. That need for being wary, for looking behind you, seeing, is someone out to get you? No, or that you have to be especially careful. That is on its way out, I feel. And that you can feel glad about that. It's positive energy, in my opinion. And then finally, we have the Death card. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to gasp and be wary and feel like, oh, there's going to be death somewhere. What the Death card usually signifies in a reading, these are significant, but it's suggesting that something significant and perhaps maybe problematic in your life is coming to a conclusion. It's coming to its end. It's on its way out. Everything ultimately ends. And yes, it looks grim. We've got looks like the Grim Reaper, the skeletal figure here with the black flag with the white rose, white flower there. And then we see this seeming scene of death and destruction. But the overall meaning is that something has come to a conclusion. This card came up for me twice. What was it, 9 years ago? No, 10 years ago. Geez, the time was fast. When I was asking about a relationship and things seemed rocky. Well, this came up twice. And the second time it signified it was really the end. So I feel that most of the time this is suggesting something is coming, something important, significant is coming to an end. And it may be your frustration, because we're talking about aspiration. It may mean, oh, your frustration or things, blocks that have been in the way are concluding. They're on the way out there. And we see that in the background is that sunrise. It can be both sunrise, sunset, but I believe it means both. That ultimately, yes, something's coming to an end, but the sun is rising in the back, and it's going to be a new day. Let me see if anything else comes to my mind. And I will think. I have not yet come up with the song that's associated with this reading, but I'll come up with something. But overall, I feel like this week of January 13th through the 19th is a time where some things are going to come to a conclusion, things that have been frustrating you, things that have been challenging, they're coming to a conclusion. I hope this reading has been helpful for you. If you've not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And until next time, remember, illumine your mind, inspire your life with heart-driven tarot.